Hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome to day 4. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. We are at day 4, the last day of this challenge. So let me just hop on live here on my Instagram so that my friends over here can also watch and participate because I do have some people who are on Instagram that are actually signed up for this challenge and are not in the Facebook group. So hang on there with me while I do this. Here we go. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, perfect. I'm going to go live here now. All right, everybody. Just going to be waiting a few more minutes for everybody to hop on. Whoever is going to watch us live again for the session. Um, Welcome, everybody. Happy Thursday. Thank you for joining me again for this day 4 event. I am super excited for this one. This is going to be a good one because it's something that we are not often talk about or do work around when we are trying to repair ourselves, when we're trying to shift our body back into balance with an autoimmune, which is the mindset piece of it all. Whoever is hopping on here today, give me a hello, say hi in the comments. Who is here? If you are over on Facebook, I can't see your name. So you will, if you want me to see your name, you will have to click on the link on the StreamYard link to show your name, or you can just post it in the comments and I know who I'm talking to. Over there on Instagram, whoever is live there, hello. I'll see your name over there. Just plop in your comments. Everybody, how are you guys doing? Welcome back. Let me know, how do you feel on day 4 after 3 days of live teachings? I know I appreciate you. Thank you for coming back. I know it's a commitment, so good for you for being here over and over and over again. I hope that you are learning. I hope that you're implementing. It's very powerful to talk through all of these things, so that you can actually start to make changes in your life, maybe something that not you haven't heard before. So I have been having some wonderful conversations with some of the ladies who actually took advantage of the 20-minute free connect call that I offer during these sessions that I do. This challenge has been honestly life changing for some of the ladies that went through the challenge just on its own. They have been starting to change things up, and I get messages 6 months later telling me that because of what they have learned and the mindset shifts that came with it, they were able to make consistent changes and they have lost weight, 30 pounds. They have better test results on their blood work. They feel so much better in their energy. They're starting to have great bowel movements. So it can be such a powerful experience. So thank you for being here and continuing to learn with me. Super grateful. So now we're going to be going into the 4th day, which is the 4th pillar, or really the way I see it, it's like the overarching umbrella of the other 3 pillars that we talked about in the previous 3 days. For those of you who have not joined in the previous 3 days, welcome. In the previous 3 days, we have talked about the gut health and how it's important in reducing inflammation in your body when dealing with an autoimmune. It is a lot of you guys were surprised to hear that gut inflammation connection, which was very surprising for me as well. Even though there's a lot of talk about that, it's really not commonly known that really it all starts in the gut. And not only does it start in the gut, but it continues to be fueled by the gut. And so we really need to, that's the one place where we need to start working on when we are determined to change our lives back to a normal life, or even I would say to an up leveled life, because that is what I have been experiencing, which I didn't know was even possible. And not to just feel normal again, but to actually feel a lot better, like to such an extent that I have never felt before. Um, and also my clients, they experience the same thing. So it's like up leveling your life. Day two was all about detoxification pathways. So it's a topic. It's a very large topic. It's something that I actually had to do a lot of work with. It's something that I only learned in nutrition school. That heard first about in nutrition school how detoxification is necessary for us to lower our inflammation. So that is the second pillar everybody will have to take a look into. And if you want the replays of all of those sessions, they will be staying up on the IG feed here as well as on the Facebook feed. And I do have a replay page. So where you have all of those four sessions in one, which I'm going to be sending out by email. So check your email for all four sessions. All of four sessions will stay up until Tuesday next week, and then everything will come down. So you have enough time to catch up. Yesterday, on day three, we talked about the stress response. We talked about how the stress response is actually, you know, changing your hormones in your body, which can also contribute to blood sugar issues, which contribute to inflammation, which is a big large issue for us with an autoimmune, and that how we have to really make sure that we are controlling our stress response in various ways. And we talked a little bit about adaptogens, which I had a really good question today from somebody inside the group who asked, what if you start to mix some adaptogens with one another? Is that can that cause, dizziness or feeling off? And yes, it can. So you got to be mindful with those adaptogens because the adaptogens, they work different in everybody's body. And depending on which adrenal state, fatigue stage you are in, they can have a different effect on your body, which I actually taught inside my energy and gut health breakthrough group today. So one adaptogen is not specifically, you know, you can't just broadly take it for adrenal health just because you have to understand where you're sitting in your adrenal fatigue, and then you can specifically pick the right adaptogen to help support you, because otherwise you might find that it can actually either overstimulate you or it can actually dampen your energy. So that was a really good question. If you guys have any more questions like that, please just post them in the Facebook group. I will make sure to answer them, or send me an email, send me a DM, and I'll make sure to answer your questions. And which I love because it shows me that you guys are learning, that you're interested in applying these things and making changes in your life, right? Because you're probably not feeling great. Okay, so let me just see. Hold on, guys. Just 1 second. I have to put my charger in because I'm actually running low on battery here. Okay, hold on. Okay, so those 3 days I just summarized for you guys. There are replays available. Today, we are going to be going into day 4, which is actually a healthy gut equals a healthy mind, or the other way around, a healthy mind equals a healthy gut. So it's the overarching umbrella of all of those 3 pillars. Because if you are doing all the work on all of those 3 pillars, oops, but if your mind is not in the right place, honestly, everything that you do is not going to bring you the results that you could get if your mind is in the right place. So when I started this whole journey of my, autoimmune health and trying to really get a grip on it, I had no idea what health, what mindset means, right? So for me, it meant something, um, you know, psychiatry or psychology or whatever. But the more and more I dug more into what mindset means, I realized that it's the most important thing that you need to work on, because your negative thought patterns that you're having can override all of your efforts. And that's the same across the line, whether it's in your health, whether it's in your business, whether it's in your personal life, whether it's in your goal setting. It's truly a matter of mindset that will get you to where you want to go. Because when the going gets rough, down the line, and you are not watching your thoughts will try to keep you in a place, stuck in a place where you feel comfortable because you have been experiencing the same behavior patterns that you're using to cope with that situation. And those behavior patterns that you're having, that you're showing right now, are not going to move you out of this, the the situation that you want to change, because your mind gets stuck on past behaviors, your mind gets stuck on past experiences, and you have created coping mechanisms for that. But in order to see changes in your life, you need to start changing those behavior patterns, you need to start changing belief systems, because otherwise you find yourself getting stuck where you are at in a discomfort comfort of discomfort. That's how I say it. And so it's like we have to do this work. So that is why today I'm going to be showing you, I'm going to be sharing with you the most important nerve that is actually very much involved in the mind gut connection, and honestly also in inflammatory responses and several other body organs in your body. So I'm going to be sharing with you the vagus nerve. Okay. So hold on. Um, I'm just going to pull it up here for you. And then we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay. Not this one. I'm going to be doing the other one here first. Okay. So the vagus nerve is really in control of your gut's little brain, and your gut's little brain is in control of intestinal immunity. And when I say that, let me share this with you, so see that you see a visual. Here we go. Okay, I hope you can see that. Here we go. Okay, perfect. So the vagus nerve is the oldest nerve that your body has, and it's connected from your brainstem all the way down into your gut, right? Into your colon, and even further. And so it has thousands of nerve endings that actually go into various organs and systems in your body, right? So the mouth, the blood vessels, the heart, the gut, the liver, and the brain, and further down, like the small intestine and the colon, and all of these things. And the vagus nerve has a huge influence on your intestinal immunity. It increases gastric juices, it increases gut motility, it increases stomach acidity, and it also has a direct influence on your gut microbiome, which is incredible, right? So there's a lot of interconnection with the influence with the vagus nerve and your body systems. Now, the thing is that um, our brains don't have a window. Like our brains cannot, like look out and determine whether something is a stressful response or something is not a stress trigger, or something is not a stress trigger. The only way that the brain perceives that type of information is via the like the nerve endings, the vagus nerve coming in and filtering that information from the gut into the brain, because the gut bacteria are actually communicating with the brain on a daily basis, scanning your gut environment all the time. And the hypothalamus is just sensing, getting messages from hormones and such in your body, about your environment and where you're at and what kind of state you are in. So the internal thought process that you're having is is very important in you understanding how you can or for you to know how you can actually manage your thoughts and how you can actually make sure that your thoughts are in the right place so that the thoughts are not triggering a stress response. Because every time you are thinking negative thoughts, every time you are thinking something that is negative, you're actually telling your brain and your vagus nerve, sending that messages to your gut and to your organs that you are under distress. And then that is when your body is actually starting to physically react as well. So, your thoughts can actually help you to get constipated, because if you're having negative emotions, negative stress all the time, this is what happens. That information is being filtered through the vagus nerve into the gut. So let me show you one more picture so you can see an image of what that looks like um, here on Facebook. If you're on Instagram, you won't see it, but I will talk you through it. So let me share this. Um, Here we go. So there you see how the vagus nerve is so directly um, really linked to gut health. And, so all of those different um, connections that are extending from the brainstem into the gut are actually, extending messages from the brain into the gut. So it's really, really important to understand that connection and to make sure that we are in a good mental space as well. And so if you want to take out your workbook on day 4, we're going to be going through some pillars that I have found and that I have put together um, in this pattern, because that is the journey that I had to take from a mindset perspective in order to support and maintain my autoimmune health that I created under all of the other 3 pillars: gut, detoxification pathway, and stress management. And this is also what I'm sharing, always sharing with all of my clients, to see where they are stuck, in which area they're stuck, and then to create awareness around that and to, pick the right tools and strategies to help you move through each of those stages. So I will talk you through it a little bit, and please let me know if you have any questions. I will be very happy to answer them. Hey, Amina on Instagram, how are you? So please do me a favor whenever you hop on, say hi, let me know how you are, introduce yourself. It's going to be like it's an engaging session, it's for you. And so please, please ask your questions if you have them, or just say hi. I want you to know that you're very much welcome here. Hello, Amina. Thank you for that emoji. I appreciate it. Okay. Number one of getting to a healthy mindset is acceptance. Okay. So, acceptance was my biggest issue in the beginning. And that is what I see, all across the board. Why acceptance? The reason why acceptance is that you will have to shift again the perspective, the mindset piece, in saying, you have to shift from saying, oh my goodness, I have been diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. My body has turned against me. I am my body is starting to um kind of like create an autoimmune response, destroying my cells. It's a chronic thing. I will never get out of it. I will not be able to handle the situation. I wish I could have my old life back. Okay. So let me know, hey, Leanne, in the comments if this is you. This was me. So acceptance is important, because if you are stuck in this mindset, everything that you're trying to do is not gonna it's not gonna help you shift out of the balance because you are wishing for something else. You're always wishing, you're always living in the past and thinking, I wish I had my old life back. But really, when you think about it, do you really want your old life back? I much realized that no, actually, I don't, because I never felt 100%. I never felt like I was at my best. I never felt I was like having the perfect healthy body. It was just an accumulation of symptoms that I was experiencing through my life. Hey, Leanne. And then I shifted my mindset to what if I'm being accepting of my diagnosis? What if I'm starting to live with this in a way where I say, thank you, body, for taking care of me all of these years. You have tried hard. It hasn't been all that great, but now I'm here to partner with you and I'm going to pull you through. Okay, so now I'm taking responsibility to help you get back to normal and even help you to get to your personal best. Accepting of the fact that the situation has occurred and what's in the past is in the past, but now you're moving forward. Now you're getting to a place that is better than it was before. Okay, so that is really step number one on this worksheet is you have to be in an acceptive in that state of acceptance, that state of gratitude for what happened, because everything happens for a reason, and you will be able to help your body move out of this. Okay. Number two is vision. Okay, so you will have to start to create a vision for yourself. After you have started to um, create that acceptance around you now having this autoimmune disease, you can change your past, but you will change your future. You will have to start to sit back and you will have to create a vision for yourself. Because I can tell you that our mindset, like I said before, is so stuck in old behavior patterns that we always, old habits, old belief systems that we have adopted from all of these years, that is trying, our mindset, unconscious mind is always trying to keep us safe in a state that feels comfortable. But in order to see change and growth, and in order to move past these patterns, past symptoms, past habits, we'll have to have a strong vision of where we are seeing ourselves in, 6 months' time, in a year, in 3 years, in 5 years, long term. You have to create that vision. If you don't have a vision for yourself, you will not get there. Then it's too broad and you can't just say I'm going to be, getting healthy from now on forward if you don't even know what that looks like for you, right? It might mean so many things for so many different people. So have that vision that you're creating. And so let me know in the comments if you have done this work so far. Like if you are coming from a place of acceptance, if you have done that work, if you're accepting of it, and if you have created that vision that you would like to pursue. Okay. Hold on. I'm just gonna have a cup of tea here. Mm, a sip of tea. So share with me, okay? So share with me what your thoughts are and if that resonates and if that is something that you have, done work around yet. Now that you have a vision, that you have accepted your situation, now that you have a vision, then it's time to letting go of fear, okay? So then it's time to letting go of fear of, you know, fear of foods, fear of what ifs. What if this doesn't work? Oops. Oops, sorry guys. I just lost my internet connection here. Hold on, I just have to. Oops. I just lost Instagram. All right. Okay. Well, Instagram is gone. We'll just continue onwards because I'm going to be sharing that with Instagram later on. I hope, anyways. Let me just see if I can fix that. Hold on, guys. Just one quick second. Let me do what I need to do here in order to get that fixed. I'm not sure what's happening. I'm not sure what's happening. All right. Hold on. Okay, we'll try to get it back later. All right. So, letting go of fear. So, letting go of fear is going to be extremely important because you cannot change from a place of fear. It's impossible. You have to let go of fear of foods. You have to let go of fear of, not doing things right. You have to let go of fear of, you know, um, overwhelm and fear of not doing the right things and worrying about what if it doesn't work, whatever I'm doing. It's all about imperfect action. This is what it's all about. Once you have your vision, once you have your acceptance, it's all about letting go of fear and imperfect action taking. Because as you're embarking on this journey, there will be bumps in the road and you will not do everything perfectly, right? It's impossible with health because health is always an up and down journey too, but it has to go up consistently while you're navigating those dips in health, while you're navigating those valleys. And I always see with health that once you encounter like a really big dip, you will see another big surge that will bring you up to the next level. So it's really letting go of fear that is then necessary. Okay. So now that you have the acceptance, now that you have the vision that you set for yourself, and now that you're working on letting go of fear, which is great. And that's a consistent work that you do because you're learning more and more about yourself, about your body, about implementing. But you're implementing because you're changing your health. So it'll bring on some fear because it's going to, you know, have some components to it that you're not familiar with. Then it's all about trusting the process. So then you will have somebody or yourself and hold yourself accountable or to have somebody else to hold you accountable to trust the process. Feeling good with an autoimmune, becoming healthy with an autoimmune is a journey. It's not an overnight success, right? You might get breakthroughs. Everybody will get the breakthroughs if they take imperfect action, but everybody will also will encounter roadblocks and will stay stuck. All of a sudden, you've done all of the work and your bloating comes back. So your bloating comes back. Hold on, guys. My Instagram is back. So I'm just going to go live there again. I lost Instagram for a quick second because um, my battery was actually dying on me, which is really weird because it was charged all the way. Um, hold on. I'm just going to go live here and then we'll do that. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. Okay, perfect. So when you're going on that journey, trusting the process is going to become super, super important. Why is that? You will encounter that the bloating will come back. What I see with my clients, what I saw with myself is once you're starting to implement changes in your diet, you will be eating different foods. Best case scenario, you will be implementing new foods. You will be maybe eating more fiber. You will be maybe changing the way you cook things. So your microbiome, your gut bacteria, will have to learn how to digest certain foods. because of your imbalance in your gut. This might be causing some disruption, which can cause you more bloating in the beginning. And then it's not to say, "Oh my goodness, I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing and I'm regressing. I'm falling backwards." No. Then you need to have that trust in your body and that trust in yourself in saying, "I'm trusting the process." But this part is really difficult if you are on your own. Like if you are embarking on this journey on your own, this part is tricky because you will find that you don't really know if is it because it's not working or is it just part of the process. So for me personally, when I started this journey, um, that was part of my first 5 years, right? So I did the acceptance work, I did the vision work, I let go of fear as much as I could, even though that was still a very prolonged, process afterwards. Hello, how are you? We're back. I'm sorry, I apologize. Instagram, I lost you there for a hot second. But then I realized that I got those like I went through this roller coaster of symptoms that I'm like, what am I doing wrong? What is not working? Not understanding that I was actually doing the right thing. Some of them maybe not, but a lot of them I was. But I had nobody I could like have that back and forth conversation with and saying, am I on the right track? Am I doing the same thing? And that is when I decided for myself that I needed that accountability for myself. I needed that feedback. I needed that feedback. Nobody could give me that feedback. And that is when I decided that I'm going to go into nutrition school. This is exactly one of the reasons as to why I said I'm going to go into nutrition school because I need to know if what I'm doing is right or wrong, right? And I need to understand what's happening. So this is the fourth pillar here is trusting the process. Okay. So guys, this is in your workbook. Okay. So if you still need the workbook, it's still not too late. Let me know. DM me or Helen Oliveira. She is my Facebook group manager. We can still send it to you. You can utilize it. Okay. Now you're trusting the process, you're moving along on your mindset journey, right? What is the next step? The next step is patience. Oh my goodness. I know. In this society nowadays where we are just so obsessed with instant results, we need to have like instant confirmation when we're, writing an email. We need instant access to something that we've signed up for. We need instant results, like from a business perspective. When we're starting a business, we want to see instant results. Same thing with our health. Now we're doing the work, we're putting in all our efforts, and we are not seeing the results that we were hoping for. Okay, so here is the mindset thing again. I'm challenging you. What you're likely not doing is you're having results, but you are not seeing them because you are focused on the big results, almost like the end of the story results, right? The back to normal results, which is fine as in a vision part, but what you want to see happening along the way are those little tiny step by step results that you're getting. So, what I'm oftentimes seeing is, um, hold on, my internet connection is really low right now. Help me, it's going to come back soon. I give you an example. So, almost all of my clients have issues with patience. So I have had a client, she has been constipated for the majority of her life. Okay. So the majority of her life, she was constipated. And she was really hoping that after 3 months, at the latest of working with me, she would have like wholesome, full, you know, great twice a day bowel movements. Well, after 3 months, her bowel movements absolutely improved. However, what she didn't see along the way was after 1 month, she still had, like, she still was constipated, but she started to have those days where she was able to go to the bathroom first thing in the morning, which hasn't happened for many years before. Now, that didn't mean that she could go in the evening again, right? Because we had to do more work on her gut to get there. But celebrating those little wins, those little changes that occur all along the way is super important for you to motivate yourself and for your body to understand that your body is starting to shift back into balance. I mean, years and years of, imbalances in your body are not being corrected overnight, not in 1 month, probably not in 2 months, not in 3 months. But yes, you will see differences that'll make you feel a lot better. But you will have to have patience in order to get there and in order to get to the big vision. But you need to celebrate those little wins along the way. If you are not celebrating and putting out the positive energy out there, you're not motivating yourself, and you're not giving you the feel good endorphins that you need in order to stay on track. And so I can really only suggest to you that when you're embarking on this journey, have a person that you can actually share those wins with. Have a person, alongside you that you share that you're going on this journey of healing and really becoming a new person and really becoming the new future you, that is in control and that has no symptoms anymore of the autoimmune. And then whenever you have a bowel movement, let's say, right, call this person and have this person cheer you on. Whenever you had a night where you actually slept through the entire night, even though it's not every single night that you're hoping for, but if there's like the one night that you're starting to sleep through the night, celebrate that with that person. Okay, it's super, super important. So have the patience. Okay. Now that you have the patience and that you're continuing to do the work, it's very important to stay consistent. Consistency is the next pillar. Okay, so consistency is number 6 on your worksheet. All right, consistency. Why consistency? So I can tell you, um, once you are starting to see results, once you're starting to see results, oftentimes what I see is that people are starting to shift back to old behaviors because now they're starting to feel better. Not all of them, but some of the women that I work with do, because you are feeling better and you're just drifting back into old behavior patterns. But the thing is, if you go back to those old behavior patterns, you will actually go back to the results that you were getting prior, right? So you will start to create imbalances again. You will have to understand that what you're doing is a lifestyle change. You're creating a better life for you with an autoimmune, a better lifestyle, and you have to stay consistent with your efforts. It's not something that you continue to do for like 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and then all of a sudden you feel better, right? And then you stop doing everything. No, it has to, you're not coming at it from a perspective of, okay, I'm just doing it now to get better. And then once I'm there, I can go back to what I was doing before. No, it's more than that. You have to create new habits. You have to make sure that the habits that you're creating, the nutrition framework that you're creating for yourself is becoming your new lifestyle diet. It's becoming your new lifestyle diet. It's becoming part of your new identity. Okay. It's because you are becoming a new person. You're growing and shifting into that new person. So you need to be consistent with the things that you're learning and implementing. It's very important. And the last step of it all is maintenance, right? That is the last part of keeping a healthy mind and a healthy gut and a healthy autoimmune body. Maintenance. So when I say maintenance, is that in the beginning, when you undertake this journey and your body is really not in a good place, you're experiencing a lot of fatigue, you're experiencing insomnia, you're experiencing gut issues, adrenal fatigue, all of these things, you will most likely have to be very rigid with a few things. And you will have to incorporate a lot of, you know, um, different therapeutic foods in abundance. You'll have to be very precise with how you food combine. You have to be very precise with what foods to eat at what times of the day. You have to be precise with what sort of botanicals you might be using for your adrenal health. You might even have to go on a liver cleanse and a liver detox and all of these things we talked about. Um, so you have to put a little more effort in it. But once you get to a point where your body's actually starting to feel a lot better, in terms of symptoms. So you're starting to sleep through the night. You don't have insomnia anymore. You can wean off of those supplementations that you're taking. You can actually, you are able to digest more raw foods, which maybe before have give you massive bloating. Like all of these things are happening, but now is the time to maintain that. So you can possibly dial back on your efforts in terms of volume and intensity and all of these things. But however, you need to continue to do the work and maintain the health by taking into consideration that you are going through life, that you're aging, that at any state in your life, any season in your life, you might have to do things differently depending on what your body needs. Okay, so when I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's, I was 32. I am now 45. So it's been a few years and my body has changed naturally, right? So my body has changed. My body needs a different set of nutrients now than it did 10, 15 years ago. And in order for me to keep my autoimmune and my symptoms under control and managed, I need to realize that. I need to realize that maybe in some areas I need to focus more on mineral intake now and more on recovery days after workouts and not to stress my adrenals. And I need to make sure that I have good stress management in place because now my girls are growing up too and they're starting to become teenagers. So it's something that it's in motherhood, it's something that you have to deal with from an emotional level. So all of these things you have to keep into consideration and then maintain it in a way so that you can keep in tune with your body and change things up at every time in your life where it needs to be changed. That is why I really am not a big fan of that template diet, the template supplementation protocol set where they say to heal, quote unquote, heal autoimmune, you need to go on an AIP diet for the rest of your life. You need to go on paleo for the rest of your life. Maybe not, right? Because maybe your nervous system, your brain function will need a little bit more omegas, right? So maybe you will have to include more of the nuts and seeds later on in life, right? And if you just follow strict diet templates, you are not creating that lifestyle diet that your body needs. Okay, so not a big fan of the one template will heal it all type of thing. You have to be you have to be smarter than that. You have to be more in tune with your body. You will have to know and understand how nutrition works and how it works for you specifically in your own body. So let me see. I'm going to see if there's any comments. Let me know if this all resonates with you. Share with me if you have done any work around these areas and where you are at. Okay. Let me see. I put my Hashimoto in remission and never did AIP. I agree. We're all different. Yes, I did too. I never did AIP and I put my Hashimoto's in remission. So absolutely. It's very bio individual. Okay. So I have actually come to the end of my presentation today. And I do want to give you um, just two heads up. So the homework is for today is yeah, figure out which state you might be stuck in and how you can actually um move through this stage, okay, and share that with you. I have somebody say, I tried AIP and couldn't eliminate all the foods. I hear that. I hear you. I hear you. It's hard. It's hard to eliminate all of these foods because it's crazy how much nutrients we are actually eliminating, and I see that there's a lot of malabsorption, malnourishment happening, and you can go back actually to day one. I speak about that on day one, about how the restriction can actually hinder you to get the nutrients that your body need in order to repair and come out of fatigue and come out of bloating and all of these kind of things. Um, okay, so homework you have, I wanted to give a shout out to some of the ladies in the group because they have introduced themselves. So they are all in the draw for a $20 Amazon card. So Michelle and Leanne and Madeline, Kristen, Kim, Ellen, Samantha, and forgive me if I have missed a few other names. So good for you. Please introduce yourself. This is not over yet. I actually have a bonus session for you tomorrow. The bonus session will be with Candace. So tomorrow in the bonus session, I'm going to have an interview with one of my clients, Candace, and so that you see how what I've talked about in the past 4 days is actually being represented in real life. Okay, so Candace took all of these things that we talked about, she put that into action through a 4 or 5 month working with me, and she will tell you her story and how she shifted from her imbalances and her symptoms into a healthier body and how where she is now in her health. You will love her, you will be inspired. She's an amazing lady, and you will understand how things are also possible in real life, not just in theory and me talking about it, but actually actual people doing this kind of work, and and changing their lives that way. Okay, so as I said before, join us again tomorrow, 9 o'clock Eastern, with Candace, and do the homework to get the prize. And I have come to the end of my core teachings for this week. And I know that I gave you so much information that some of you are here are ready to take that information and go out in the world and run with it and implement, because you have all of the information that you need to start doing the work. I know because I do get that, messages 6 months later, people telling me that. So you have all of the information to get you started. Right. So thank you for joining. And it was incredible to have you. But for those of you who are actually know that they're in a place and they're stuck and they need more guidance, which I know that there is. Some of you guys here are actually doing this workshop with me for second, third, fourth time. I know that you guys need more guidance and more directions and more support for every step of the way. And for you guys, I ask you to stick with me a little longer because I am super excited to announce that I am opening slots again into my 6 months nutrition and lifestyle mentorship program, the Energy and Gut Health Breakthrough Program. I'm opening 8 slots for April again. And for those of you who are ready to take that leap of faith and to want to really take these teachings a little bit further and actually do the work, right? And have somebody on the side to help you implement and to guide you through what your body needs and what you need to do, then this is an amazing opportunity for you. Honestly, the 6 months, it's a transformation based program. And Candace tomorrow will talk about how it transformed her life. And I do have an offer for you. It's going to be an early bird price offer until Tuesday next week. So if you are on the fence, if you have been thinking about investing in your health, investing in somebody who can help you really get to the other side. If you're on the fence, I would honestly suggest for you to book in a complimentary 20-minute connect call. If you're not a good fit, I will let you know. But if you're on the fence and you don't really know what to expect in a program like that, that is 6 months long, I will let you know what it involves, and I will let you know if I believe it might be a good fit for you, because it has to be a good fit. You need to be a person who is able to do the work in a way of feeling engaged and in a place where you are ready to make changes. So I'm looking for 8 ambitious women to help bring balance back to their lives and bodies in 2022. It's not too late to feel transformed by the end of this year. It's not too late. And if you are that person who is definitely tired of being stuck, which I was, and so many are. I mean, if you are one of those person who have been, scouring the internet for information now for years on end, have been randomly implementing some things here and there, having done all of the workshops, all of the seminars, all of whatever it is, and you're still in a place where you feel stuck and you don't see changes, then I suggest for you to hop on a call with me. If you're tired of feeling the way you are because you are truly, truly wanting to live and create your own life, and you understand that changing habits and changing foods is hard sometimes, right? Um, Especially when there's no accountability, right? And no one who can really tell you if you're moving along or staying stuck, right? It's so difficult to do it on your own if you don't have that person. It's possible. It's not to say that it's not possible, but it's harder. It's a lot harder and it's very difficult, right? Because if you're working with somebody who knows what they're doing, has the experience and know exactly what nutrition, how, and when to apply it. And this will help you to move along the way w- forward with more confidence and feeling more empowered. And when you are stuck in a situation where you just don't know, you always have somebody to reach out to every day of your life for 6 months can be extremely helpful in shifting you out of that state of feeling stuck and feeling symptomatic in your life. Okay. I know that a lot of you guys here have worked with practitioners before, and some even maybe with functional medicine professionals, but you feel you're still not getting the information on how to actually create your own nutrition and lifestyle diet daily, right? That is when I encourage you to hop on a call with me, because even though I love my functional medicine professionals, they're amazing people. The gap that I'm seeing in this world is that the template diets are out there, and even functional medicine professionals and doctors, they don't sit with you, they don't sit down with you and ask you specifically, how does your day look like? How can you cook? Do you enjoy cooking? Do you know how to cook? Do you know which foods to cook? Does meal planning stress you out? Like, how can we create a system for you that works? So they're really the one-on-one support that you need, and the hand holding that those practitioners usually don't have the time to help you with, but you're spending a lot of money on them. So you're getting all of these supplements, but you're not getting really the information or, day to day, support to turn the theory of nutrition into action. Okay. So you're still struggling with the food and the lifestyle. You're still someone who knows that it requires stepping out of the comfort zone, not being hesitant to follow along and implementing, right? Implementing new foods, new habits, new way of perceiving your life. If this is you, then I would love, love, love for you to join us on the other side on the energy and gut health breakthrough group mentorship. It's not about overnight success. It's about creating breakthroughs along the way throughout the 6 months that will get you to your vision, to your results in a much faster, streamlined, successful way because we are working on each of those pillars consecutively, and sometimes we pull them all together, all at once in a group and with me. It's a 6 month program. It's a 6 month commitment. Why is it 6 months? It is 6 months because I will take you through literally everything you need to know about how to step out of the food overwhelm, how to repair your gut, how to get rid of fatigue and food intolerances so that you can go from just living with your diagnosis to thriving with an abundance of whole foods, with an abundance of different tools and lifestyle strategies in place to keep your stress levels in check, to keep your mindset in check, which is so important. I just came off a call with a client. I've been working with her. She keeps renewing because she's loving it so much. It's been helping her so much since May last year. She's always almost been with me for a whole year. And she says, it's amazing. Like, I thought I had tools in my toolbox before, but now my toolbox is full and it is categorized. I know exactly which tools I will have to take at each, given time in order for me to really help myself through these issues that might be reoccurring, right? You will learn how to digest and you will experience how to digest a much, much greater variety of different foods, which is incredible. People are missing foods left, center, and right. They are stuck in the elimination diet. They don't know how to get out of it. They start reacting to more and more foods, and they're completely overwhelmed. By the end of the 6 months, you will be able to digest a much greater variety of different foods. I had a client, she had severe SIBO. She was on a liquid diet. And after working with me and inside my program, she was able to go back to like full, wholesome meals. She was eating raw salads, which she could not do before. And she was eating such a great variety of food that she just felt, oh my goodness, I'm so happy that I'm eating again. Right. And not only that, but you will also understand each section of your gut, liver, and adrenals much more in depth because that is what I teach you in depth. So you get the the why behind the how. I will teach you how to do these things, but I will also teach you why you need to do them, how your body works. Okay. And then um, the support that you need in order to make that connection so that you can actually proactively um, do these things on your own once you're done working with me, right? So that you understand what tools you will need, what nutrition you will need, what lifestyle changes to put into place and continue to put into place. But the thing is that those 6 months will allow you that time to really learn, implement without the overwhelm, so that you're not, oh my goodness, I only have like 3 months, I have to do all of these things. And that way we're getting completely tense and overwhelmed, and it's not helping. I give you the 6 months because I will give you time to do these things in your own pace. But you are going to have to implement. Okay. And I can teach you as much as I like, just like these sessions here, which are super powerful every day. But if you're not implementing, you will not be seeing the change that you want, right? And that is where my accountability comes in, right? So I will be the one who's going to hold you accountable, and we will be in close touch for any questions, any bumps in the road, anything that will come up. I literally talk to my clients almost every day. There's clients who need to talk to me every day. They can text message me on that app that I use, my practitioner platform, every day. Some clients don't. And some clients start to do they need that support. And then after 4 or 5 months, I hear from them once a week, which makes me happy because then I see that they're starting to shift into that empowerment, that they now starting to understand and realize being more in tune with their bodies and knowing what they have to do, right? It's never smooth sailing. It does require some work, but it's so worth it. And you will be, you know, you will be just so amazed to see how your body can actually shift, right? So I had some clients incorporating nutrition, lifestyle adjustments that helped them sleep through the night, that allowed them slowly to include more and more foods, right? They got rid of bloating, got rid of constipation, have amazing bowel movements, good quality, easy to pass every day, bringing down inflammation, energy is coming back. Periods were starting to return after 12 months of not having them, which is amazing. Such a huge win. And also finally letting go of the anxiety over food, right? And some of the clients that work with functional practitioners, they get their tests back again. They do their, repeat test, and they are seeing that their lab tests are improving. The liver enzymes have been reduced dramatically within 6 months. The C reactive proteins have been coming down while working with me. Stool tests are showing increased diversity and beneficial bacteria within 6 months of working with me after we have cleared out the SIBO. It's just so amazing to see what it is possible when you're doing the work that you're responsible for doing to help your body. Okay? You have to take responsibility regardless. Even if you feel that you don't want to invest in a program because you're really, self-sufficient and you have the notion, you feel that you can do it on your own, all the power to you. That's amazing. But you will have to take that responsibility. I do not want you to leave here and not do anything. Okay. So again, if you are on the fence, hop on a call with me. I will let you know what's included, what you will get exactly inside the 6 months mentorship program, nutrition, lifestyle program. And then you can make a decision if that is something you want to invest in yourself, in your health. So how does it actually look like? So it's a 6 month container. It's hosted on a platform, my practitioner platform. It is a mentorship program, which means that accountability support is really, really high. You will get every week, you get a workbook. So lots of material for you to go through on your own pace. The first 3 months are really focused on the gut health, detoxification pathways, specifically. So those two pillars. And the last 3 months are really honing in on the stress response, the adrenal health, and the mindset piece. So we're going to be doing the physical work the first 3 months, and then the next 3 months we're going to be pulling in the inner work while you are still continuing to implement everything that you learned throughout the first 3 months, if that makes sense. We will be supporting you every week on a weekly group coaching call. Everybody, all my ladies, they get hot seats on these calls. So hot seats mean you get one-on-one coaching every week on these calls for a certain amount of time. Okay, we're going to be doing a gut liver or gut detox call one week, and then the next week will be an adrenal stress management mindset call bi-weekly. You don't have to attend. If you can make it live, you can always watch the replays. Okay, so that is the accountability support. You also have 24/7 access to me. So I'll be there to send you text messages, to reach out to me whenever you're getting stuck. You can reach out, and when you have questions, you can always reach out. So you get, of course, the workbooks and PDFs and audio trainings and video trainings and masterclass sessions. There's a lot of material in there that you can keep, right? So it's nothing that you get locked out of. You can download all of that stuff. It's yours. So once you purchase it, once you are investing yourself into it, you have these materials for the rest of your life. You can always go back to it. Okay. So it's really, really transformative. Okay. So literally everything that you have seen this week, you will get inside my coaching program and so much more, right? You get my knowledge, you get the teaching, you get the implementation, you get the support and the accountability, you get the follow ups. I'm following up with you, right? We are cheering you on. We'll be cheering on wins every time we're on the call. We're sharing wins. We are making sure that you are actually doing the work, and that is sometimes really difficult to do on your own. Okay. I know that a lot of you are busy. You think you might not have the time, right? But the resources that I share are always there for you, downloadable. You can keep them forever. And also, this program is designed for you to go at your own pace because you get all of the information that you need, and we are here to help you implement. But if you are saying, you know what, I need a little bit more time with this, take the time. We're giving you the time, right? Keep implementing. There's absolutely no rush in getting through the modules. There's no modules. There's like, we are going through the weeks, you're going through the weeks, step by step, the way it fits your schedule and the way it fits your body and personality and the how your body's incorporating these things. Okay. So like I said, it's not a course. It's not a, just like a 12-week heal your gut program. It's a mentorship program based on nutrition, lifestyle, and stress management, adrenal work. And I know it's an investment, and I know it can be scary, right? Because you really don't know if it's worth the money and the time and the effort. But if it is really going to work for you, and if you really want to really are invested in yourself and saying, I want to be on the other side, then it's worth to take that leap of faith. Okay. Um, and take that leap of faith and invest in yourself. Right. I understand that fear is always a huge component, keeps us stuck in our comfort zone. But again, in our comfort zone is not where growth and change happens, right? If I would have said back, I don't know, when I started in nutrition school, it was not little money that I had to invest. And we were just starting as a family. And I was literally, I felt like a zombie, but I knew I had to do this. But if I had said, or my husband had said, we can't afford it, I honestly don't know where I would be today because it was life changing for me. I knew that I had to do this in order to transform my life. So if you feel that this is something that you need to do, please hop on a call with me. Let me know your concerns. Let me know if if you need help, if you need support. I'm here to help you. I'm here to guide you, and I'm here to tell you if I believe it's not a good fit. Okay. All right. So doors open. We're actually starting the next round on April 11th, which is the Monday, April 11th. I'm opening the doors. And I will be starting to enroll next week. There is an early bird price, which is in place until Tuesday the 5th. If you are interested in finding out what it's all about, message me. If you want a sneak peek of what it looks like on the other side, I will post the link in the comments on Facebook. And I will also link it up on Instagram. You can take a sneak peek. If you do want to apply for this mentorship program, I will also leave the link to the application down below or in my link in my bio. And I am excited to have you join us. If you take that leap of faith, I would be very, very happy to support you on your way to, better health, sustainable health, without having to, eliminate all of the foods for eliminating symptoms, so that you can also start to create your own life without the bloating, without the fatigue, without those markers being sky high, without the blood sugar imbalances that are keeping your energy to crash every day, without the insomnia and all of these things. Okay. I'm super excited, guys. Thank you so much for this 4-day challenge. It was a pleasure. Meet us tomorrow for Candace's story so um, you can see what is possible. And yes, I am excited for you to hop on a call with me if you so will. And I will also let you know who the winner of the giveaway prize is, probably tomorrow, if not on Saturday. All right. Thank you for joining me, guys. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your evening.